All right, good afternoon and welcome back to our channel Princess Seat. Today remains the 24th of September 2025, and there has been a trending VN which I really want to shed a bit of light upon. One of the most worrying things happening today in our communities is the reckless selling of slots by people who disguise themselves as helpers in this community. And I see that slot selling has become so common that a lot of innocent people now believe it is the only way to access financial opportunities. But let us be honest and open here. This is a trap, and those who fall into it are the ones who end up suffering the most. My position about slot selling has remained the same from the very beginning. I do not support it, and I would never support it, especially when it's coming from the place of lack of verification, especially when you don't know who you are selling or who you are subscribing with, who you are throwing your money at. It's so alarming. I always believe that everyone is an adult and also entitled to decide where to keep or invest their monies. But entitlement without wisdom is dangerous. And that is why we must look at this issue of slot selling so carefully and also understand the dangers behind it. I'm going to leave you to listen to this particular VN. Then I'm going to really make a very comprehensive submission afterwards. So please listen to the end and get all the paraphernalia that surrounds this particular VN, and let's move together. Thank you very much. Pay attention to this.
Good evening, house. How is your day? I believe you are doing great. We are very sorry for not responding to some of your requests in the afternoon. Until now, please will attend to your requests one after the other. If I have not come attend to your own, do not be offended. Just believe that we will come to eat. When we open it, we will attend to your request. And secondly, when I was making this publication in the afternoon, in the morning rather, I say that we have about 5 clusters. But when we look at it, it's like 4 is the one that is available. Now, the other one, since we subscribe for these things, I think it's more than 3 years now, we forget it, and we have not have enough time to go to the system and find out the detail of the 5th person yet. So in the light of it, if you are pay 4,000 naira, that 4,000 naira will cover 4 places. What I mean cover 4 places is that assuming you pay 4,000 naira, Mr. G's pay 4,000 naira, his detail will appear in the house of Peter. His detail also will appear house of Edith. His detail will also appear in the house of Ashiao, and his detail will appear in the house of Simeon. This is how it goes. And if you have capacity, you want to pay for your people that they must appear in all the ledger, go ahead, but please take permission from me before you do that. God bless you. So when you are paying, now don't pay 5,000, it is 4,000 naira. That 4,000 naira, you can pay 20, you can pay 18, you can pay 100 as the case may be, but ensure that the data we are collecting presently is for the house of 4 people: the house of Peter, the house of Ashiel, the house of Edith, and the house of Simeon. God bless you and have a fruitful night. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Having listened to that should be Mr. Peter Anthony or something that his name is. Now, like I said before, my position is simple. Everyone is an adult and you're entitled to where you're throwing your funds. But I think we need to be careful of how we throw our funds around, just because this moment is not a time to just throw in your funds without recourse to what happens therewith. And I'm beginning to think that a lot of people are going to cry by the time disbursement happens. Some months ago, I took a poll on this very platform, Princess Seat, to see how people truly felt about paying money for slots, and how many people want to pay, this and that and the other. And to be sincere, the result that I got, it shocked me. The number of people who were willing to pay just to get a supposed slot was alarming. And if I was a slot seller, I wouldn't be here talking with you. I would have made a lot of money, because I know what to tell you. But I'm not cutting for that. I don't see that inside. I'm not built for that. I see a lot of milking going on. A lot of people are being bewitched. That poll was what changed my perception about the drive that people are having. It revealed a deep level of desperation in our society, and this desperation did not come from nowhere. The harsh poverty in our nation is pushing a lot of people to the edge. Many individuals want to be financially free at all costs, and this makes them so vulnerable to lies and to deceit. But as much as I understand the poverty situation, we cannot completely excuse it either. At some point, every adult must hold themselves accountable. You cannot keep throwing away the little money that you have into the hands of people without first questioning the validity of the process. You cannot say you want freedom, yet enslave yourself to fraudsters who are only out there and they're after your pocket. Please, accountability means that you need to be asking hard questions before you take actions. Unfortunately, desperation is blinding a lot of people from doing this. They wouldn't ask any questions. They just plunge in their phones and they cry that they don't have money. But the little they have, they throw it away. Now let's talk about this man here who has been at the center of this lot selling saga, Peter Anthony. Report says he's running up to like 4 or 5 platforms at the same time, collecting money from desperate people who are actually seeking for quick opportunities. Now imagine how much wealth he has already gathered from these people, yet he's not satisfied. He's not satisfied. Instead of stopping, he is still out there looking for more victims. A man like this is feeding fat on the desperation and ignorance of the masses. Now, if Peter Anthony were truly running a recognized NGO or a transparent organization, people would not even have to ask too many questions. The name and the reputation will speak for itself. People would easily verify and confirm his credibility. But that is not the case here. That's not the case here. Rather, I guess some certain amount of secrecy surrounds his activities. And whenever there is secrecy in financial dealings, it's a red flag. Let's not deceive ourselves. Let's not deceive ourselves. When disbursement from genuine programs eventually happens, those who paid money to buy slots through some questionable means will cry so bitterly. They will finally realize too late that they were victims of fraud. And that is why I keep speaking up. See, because silence means allowing more people to fall into the trap. I've said it time and time again on this platform. At some point, I had to keep quiet. When I took the poll and I saw the desperation with the people, The hunger for financial relief is understandable, but we must also learn that shortcuts do not lead to success. It cuts short. Most times, every shortcut cuts short. Real opportunities, they do not require you to pay for a slot. Real opportunities are open. They are transparent. They are accessible to everyone without favoritism. Now, whenever you are asked to pay in order to gain access, you should know immediately that you are on the line. Well, don't let us forget too soon. Reverend Elibo, I keep making reference to this, revealed a secret of slot selling. But maybe the pattern of Reverend Elibo or the pattern of Pastor Donald Obasio Kore or Ngozi Israel is different from some other patterns like this that are collecting some other 10 naira, 4,000, 5,000. And my confusion and my fear is all of these small collectors. And it's easy to collect those ones, and it's easy to do away with it. You understand? It's easy to do away with it. It's easy to collect it and easy to really forget about it. After all, how much did I invest? People need to wake up. The excuse of poverty cannot always justify reckless decisions. The same poverty you're trying to escape from will now deepen if you keep handing over your money to slot sellers. The truth is bitter, but it must be said. If you lose your money to fraudsters, the blame is not only on them, but also on you, who is failing to exercise wisdom and caution. We must also highlight the pattern of these fraudulent schemes. They usually begin with a slot of sweet promises. They will tell you that by buying a slot, you are securing a place in this big financial breakthrough. And they create the illusion of scarcity, making you to think that slots are running out quickly. So you must rush and pay. And this psychological trick, there's a way it pushes people into panic. And before they know it, they have sent their hard-earned money to strangers. The saddest part is that after some time, when the scam is exposed, the same victims who were warned from the beginning, they will start crying. They say they were deceived. They say they were misled. But in reality, a lot of them ignored the clear warnings because greed and desperation spoke louder than reason. I'm not saying this to insult anyone. No. My intention is to open eyes and to save more people from falling into the same trap. Slot selling is not a new trick. It's been around for many years. It's only changing faces and changing names. People like this guy here right now, Peter Anthony, are not geniuses. They are not genius. They only recycle the same fraudulent method again and again because they know that they are always desperate. They know that people are always desperate, and desperate people are always willing to fall for it. The way forward is very simple. Stop chasing shortcuts. Stop looking for financial blessings in the wrong places. Stop empowering fraudsters with your money. The more you pay them, the more they grow, and the more they set up new schemes to trap others too. So if you truly want to be free financially, invest your energy into verifiable opportunities. Ask questions, brother. Ask questions, bro. Confirm before committing. And most importantly, never let desperation push you into foolishness. I want to rest my case right now, but I'm going to say it again. My stand on slot selling has not changed and will not change. It's dangerous if you don't verify. It's deceptive if you don't verify, and it only leads to regret. We are all adults. And that is why I look at it from a different perspective, simply because we are adults. But the warning coming from this platform is to guide, not to enforce you, because your money is not mine. I don't know what you did to get your money. You worked for it. We can only guide you to be careful how you throw it around. Please, we're adults. We're responsible for where we put our money. Poverty is real, but poverty should not push us into the arms of fraudsters. Let us all be wise, be patient, wait for the genuine opportunities that's going to bring real and lasting freedom. Because when disbursement finally happens through the right channels, those who trusted slot sellers will not be smiling. They will be crying, and their tears will not change anything. Wisdom is better than tears, so choose wisely. This is Princess. For the know, we are for the masses, and would always tell you the truth. Thank you very much. Subscribe to this channel in case this resonates with you, and try to do what is right at all times. Do have a nice day. God bless you.